Hello, darlings. Hello, my cherished ducklings. How are you this meltingly, this meltingly hot July night? Good. I heard all of you at once, just so you know. So I was getting ready for this by listening to some of Dr. Wayne Dyer's instructional videos. Problem is, I can never understand a word he's saying, which is fine. Second thing is, I'm always hypnotized by kind of how horrific his sweaters are. And that's just a matter of personal taste. But he did say something along the lines of, you are what you think about constantly. And so that means pretty much I'm evenly divided between being a vanilla milkshake, an otter. I think about otters all the time, and sex. So if next week you turn in and I turn out to be an otter drinking a vanilla milkshake and emitting mating calls, blame Dr. Wayne Dyer. That's all I can say. So I'm very glad you're here today, and I am here for all those burning questions, which is, it's like method acting. It's very easy to answer a burning question when it's 108 out. I feel like Elizabeth Taylor in Cat in a Hot Tin Roof. Oh, Brick, why can't she do what other men do? Anyway, we'll leave Liz Taylor where we found her. So, first, as we always do, we're going to draw 3 cards, and that is going to predict the psychic weather, which I can already tell you involves a lot of hurricanes. We had a tornado watch here the other day. And of course, I was out there singing. I was trying to encourage the tornado. Sorry about that. There. So I was out there singing dun da 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 dun da 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 da, but it didn't help. Hold on one second. My assistant is having a little gravity problem here. Thank you. Okay. And the psychic weather is essentially interior and exterior weather. We're going with the whole all is one thing. And after Dr. Carl Jung's sort of all is one, synchronicity, all of that stuff. Although he was a friend of Freud's, and I have mixed feelings about Freud. Yes, he was a super genius. Yes, I spent hours at his house when he wasn't home in London. And I admired how he used, sorry, there, how's that better? I admired how he obviously used his African sculpture collection to really think and cogitate and things. It's just 2 things. So I have friends whose parents and grandparents knew me quite well. Hold on one second. Oh, sorry. I got to get new stage hands. Okay, trying to look professional. All right. Great, that's on my tummy. I'm so sorry, kids. 1 second. There. Let's just fix this. I apologize. There. How's that? That's awesome. Just ignore this thing on my bathing suit. Okay. So, apparently Freud used to fall asleep during sessions. It's a secret, but it's true. And the second thing is, a man who comes up with a whole phallic symbol idea and then sticks a cylindrical shaped object, he's a cigar smoker, into a fur-lined orifice in his face 6 times a day. When asked about it, said, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. I'm not sure I trust that guy. So, Jill, Red Deer, Alberta. Oh, hi, Jill. Hi. 2 minutes. We're just, hi. And thanks for putting up with the Laurel and Hardy aspect today. That'll be better next week. I promise. So,
you kind of cutting out on me.
Okay, thanks. No, I haven't. I'm just going to quickly do the psychic weather, which is 3 tarot cards. Can you use this time to do a vagus nerve breath, which is where you breathe in deeply for a count of 4, and then breathe out for a count of 8, like you're blowing out a birthday candle. It's a tremendously relaxing breath, and it's VAGUS, so it relaxes your nervous system. It doesn't force you to go to a city in Nevada and foolishly waste your money. Okay, sorry, 1 second. Let's just fix this again. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, well, obviously people are spending a lot of time with family right now. And hopefully their own families. I mean, if you can find a rental, that's good. I went to a place called Professional Children's School. A lot of people thought that we were professional children. You could write us out for parties. But, so this card, I'll be serious again. This card is about celebrating with family, about counting your blessings. It's also got sort of a slightly hallucinatory rainbow filled with golden cups, which means either probably stay away from the peyote, or make sure that as you're planning your dreams for your family, that you've also, I mean, the secret is great, but do some solid work to put that into place. Okay. The next card is the Emperor card. Everybody's going to be dealing with issues with their family, with their father. It might not be an issue with your father. You might be recalibrating both your inner relationship with your father and your outer relationship. So if you're a man, you might be becoming a father yourself and trying to be either very much like the father you grew up with or very much like the ideal father you wish you'd grown up with. In more regular terms, you might just be seeing your father in a new light, and possibly a good one. It's a great Mark Twain quote, which says, "When I was 14, I thought my father was a complete idiot. By 21, I was amazed at how much the old man had learned." So sometimes it's not so much people changing, it's us changing and our reactions. Okay. And lastly, is there even a word, lastly? This card is very much about finding or reconnecting with a person. We don't do gender here, so it could be male, female, non-binary, fluid, other, but somebody who touches your heart, with whom you are exchanging a golden cup of healing. That's Archangel Raphael's symbol in the background, and that snaky-looking thing that you see in prescription pads, not that I know, is an Asclepius. An Asclepius is the sign for healing. It's a very, very ancient sign. And what this means is you'll either find somebody, could be a close friend, could be somebody romantic. You'll find somebody who you feel comfortable with, you can be vulnerable with, you feel safe with. So that's coming up very soon. One last thing, this can also be, and hang in there, Jill, I'm almost done. It can also be a healing within yourself, because, we all have kind of two sides. Well, 1,000,002 sides. And sometimes when they come together, it's a form of peace. That's a form of healing. Cool, thank you. Hold on, Jill, let me just fix this again. I'll just hold it. And here we go. Sorry about all this. Okay, can you hold it like that, the Peri, just in one place? Sorry, I'm asking somebody to do a difficult job and not giving him enough credit. Okay, my love, I'm back. Are you there? You were in red here. What?
Yep.
Thank you, my angel. All right. Let's see what's going on with you.
What's that?
That's interesting. it feels like your first question is more about work and more about what your calling is. But ask me your question.
Just wondering about my husband that I lost.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I normally don't do mediumship work on the program, but to make up for how crazy everything has been in terms of the camera, I will do this for you. Did he die 2 years ago?
Just over a year.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Did his illness pop up 2 years ago?
Just over a year ago.
Right. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Can you tell me his first name? It seems like a fairly straightforward American name like Thomas or something like that.
Anthony, but Tony.
Tony. Okay. I got the T. I'm not making fun of your situation. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Really at all. I'm just a kind of a jerk. Feels like you have two kids. What?
I just wanted to know if he made it to my daughter that's up there with him.
You lost your daughter too? Oh,
yeah, I lost her
sweetheart.
3 years ago to a suicide.
Oh my God, sweetheart! I can't imagine what you've been through. I just can't. I just read a magnificent book that I think you'll find very helpful. It's called Proof of Heaven. It's about a neurosurgeon who went into a coma and what he saw on the other side. And I have to say it was an enormously moving book and very comforting. So let me get. Oh, your daughter's so beautiful. God, Wyatt.
Yeah, she's a stunner. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Well, yes, they spend a lot of time together. She actually came, it feels almost a little, it feels like I'm intruding in your privacy to say this. Okay. He had a couple of people meet him, which I've seen as people pass. Sorry. He's about 5'9", 5'10".
What's that?
Is he a little under 6 feet? I get him about 5'9".
Yeah.
He's very good looking. A little vain. I think his hairline, he's got great hair, but his hairline started to sort of recede. And I think he was a little annoyed about that, but not noticeable. Very handsome guy and very charming.
Yeah.
It feels like he's been coaching her. This is probably the first time she could even be in touch with you because she's felt so apologetic about what she did. She knows she hurt you. Has she got a little brother?
She's got a twin brother, yeah, and a little brother.
Yeah. Oh, God, she hurt her twin brother so much. He's going to be okay, by the way. You have him for as long as, you have him kind of forever. Thank God. Oh, this is so hard. God, I'm sorry, I don't mean to seem shallow. She's just so goddamn beautiful. And I'm not just saying that. She had a perfect nose.
I know.
Yeah, and a perfect jawline.
I always said I never knew where Yeah, I always told her, I don't know where you got your looks from, because it wasn't me and it wasn't her dad, so I don't know where the hell she got them.
You're not exactly, and I don't want to have you put yourself down here, but I could see where, I mean, you're very attractive, but she was actually physically like, I'm getting blonde, I might be wrong, but she was physically just perfect features. And I think that made it a little hard for her because I think she got, I think she didn't know what to do with all the male attention. And she was so kind and such a people pleaser that she just wanted to make people happy, but it wound up making her unhappy. I'm so sorry. Your ex-husband is fine. He's with you a lot. He said to tell you if you start dating again, which I think you just have, he said he wants you to find somebody good, but he still has the right to knock over like your glass of wine at dinner and make you look like a dope. He's got kind of a sense of humor. Was he very playful?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just saying, if you start dating again, just be prepared for things like your tire unexpectedly blowing out on the way. It's not your fault. It's nothing you did. Just be careful. He's very possessive. Not much has changed, apparently. Are you in? I think you're in touch with his family because he was sometimes very close and sometimes fighting with his family. Nothing in between. Is that correct?
No, they don't like me. No.
They don't like, but, well, then they're dopes.
No.
I'm saying with him, I'm saying he was either very close to or fighting with them and nothing in between.
Oh, no, he was pretty close with the other son, right? His ex and his other son.
Yeah, but he didn't like the way they treated you. And it's very hard to be demonized. What? They demonized you because they felt responsible. They sort of pinned his passing on you. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, sod them for, bugger that for a game of soldiers. You had nothing to do with that. Nothing. His choice. I'm so sorry. However, he's much more with you than he is with his ex. I don't know if that helps, but I mean, he looks after his sons. I think he has a son and a daughter. Huh?
Yeah.
And he loved your kids, and he was with you through that whole hard time. And anyway, so here's the thing. He's kind of a traditional guy in some ways, even though he has that wild sense of humor. And he could be just a touch kinky. I can't believe I just said that about your ex-husband, your late husband, but he could. So he's going to, in the next week or so, he's going to give you some sort of sign. Now, with his sense of humor, I'm just saying, it could be like you accidentally pull up in traffic next to a truck that belongs to a sex toy company. I mean, this is his sense of humor, right?
Okay.
Well, he had kind of he was very playful, and he was very physical.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just going to say, it feels like there was a song you guys had, might even have been an early Billy Joel song.
Oh my
God knows, but there's some sort of song from the 70s or 80s that you had that, or when you hear it, you're reminded of him. And there's also, I'm sorry, you're either going to find like a big ass feather, excuse my language, out of nowhere, or you're going to notice a very, very bright pink or red flower. So those are So there'd be something funny that he shows you this week that you'll notice because it's his sense of humor. You're going to find, within the next week, you're going to find some sort of big-ass feather. It was recently the anniversary of my dad. What?
I picked up a feather outside my apartment today.
Oh, well, I guess he knew you were going to call. Was it bigger than 6 inches? As the actress said to the Archbishop.
Kinda, not, I don't know, but big enough. Black and white.
That counts, and you're going to find another, and let me know. There is going to be something that when you see it, the funny thing, when you see it, you'll remember what I said. And then I could say this about anybody, but some very, very bright pink flower that looks sort of weirdly out of place where it is. It might even be a plastic flower. He's hanging out with you. He really loves you. And out of all the women he's been with, he felt you got him the most. He had the most fun with you. You know that's true because his ex was a witch.
Yep.
I apologize, but you're fun and you're understanding. And you didn't nag, and you were there for a really fun ride together. You didn't make him responsible for emotions. You didn't do any of that cheap trick stuff, right? I don't know. Do you like the man cheap trick? I don't know where that came from. Very unlike the previous 2 people he'd been with long term, both of which were passive aggressive would be a good word or 2 good words, but we're just going to leave them out of it. I don't like to insult people unless I've met them personally, and I don't insult them. Does your daughter have a very pretty name like Cherie or something like that?
Katie Sarah May.
I'm sorry?
With Katie Sarah May.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, sorry, I got the S.
Did she say anything about her daughter?
Does her daughter have a Jane name? Her daughter's very young.
No, her name's Ava Rose. She just turned 13 on July 1st.
Oh, God, that's a very beautiful name. Sorry, one second. I'm sorry, there's a lot to do 2 people, and Ava Rose has the most beautiful eyes. She's got like those what was Popeye's stepdaughter? Oh God, the baby. Oh, she's got like these beautiful eyes and these huge flappy lashes. She's also going to be reading and writing very much sooner than you think. So don't be surprised if she speaks much earlier. Get her into a gifted program as soon as possible. But you can also ask your beautiful daughter for help in this. You can just say,
passed grade 8 with honors.
There you go. She's very gifted. And she's the apple of your eye. I hope she's living with you. So, I really like your husband who's passed. So he's going to get in touch with you in a playful way. You can ask him for help too. If you're nothing huge, but I asked my dad, after he passed, Dad, I could use some publicity. And the next day, the New Yorker called me. That was his favorite magazine. You can also ask your daughter for help with her daughter, because her daughter really needs to be in gifted programs. Be aggressive about that. She's got 135 IQ. And that's not going to change. She's also visually gifted, as your daughter was. Your daughter was a very good artist. Oh, God, I'm so sorry for what you've been through. You can contact me privately. I do half-hour free readings for bereaved parents. I just do. I'm on Facebook, Peri Lyons. And just God bless you, my dear.